to R.Kelly's lawyers' request to withdraw before federal trial begins. 2 months before R&B superstar R.Kelly set to face trial in federal court in Brooklyn, his two leading Chicago-based defense lawyers are reportedly jumping ship. According to reports, attorneys Stephen Greenberg and Michael Leonard, who've been with R.Kelly for years, filed documents late Monday requesting to withdraw from the singer's federal case. The alleged reason for wanting to pull out is linked to a clash with other members of the singer's legal team. TMZ quotes the lawyers to have said in court, "We refuse to try a case with lawyers who do not have the appropriate level of experience and skill because that is not in the client's best interest. It is a shame that lawyers can't suppress their own egos or self-interest and do or act in the client's best interest. We wish Mr. Kelly nothing but the greatest success." Quote end. However, the remaining lawyers on R. Kelly's team are quoted to have said in court, "The only comment we have at this time is that Mr. Kelly terminated both lawyers prior to filing their motion." This alleged conflict on his legal team comes at a crucial time for embattled singer R. Kelly, as his federal trial, which includes charges of racketeering, sexual exploitation of a kid, kidnapping, forced labor, and bribery, is set to begin on the 9th of August.
I'm tired of hearing about this R.Kelly.
Exactly.
Like, see, if you want to put him in jail, put him in jail. If you want to release him, let's release him. Like, I feel like the guy has been on
a roller coaster.
Exactly.
And it's like, when they say how the mighty are falling, that's it. Because I'm like, R.Kelly, I believe I can fly. I'm like, no, I'm done.
I believe I can fly down. Anyways,
you know, I'm not flying.
I'm not surprised. I mean, we've talked about this, I think, throughout the whole 2020, you know, on and off about it. When you have a big musician like R.Kelly, it's very like normal for us to discuss it. I think that the fact that his legal team don't seem to be agreeing or there's like issues in it, it's not a good sign for him. I also think that he might be getting broke. I mean, we heard that a couple of months ago that obviously with all the legal charges and the fact that he's still doing a lot of things, probably even still paying child support, you know, trying to do hush-hush money as well is there. So I'm not really surprised to hear that there's disputes in the legal team where they cannot agree, because at the end of the day, everybody is like, where is the money?
Exactly.
It still boils down to that. Yes, you can be professional and you can represent, but if the funds are not coming through, and perhaps that's what happened, that he had to fire some, because it's not in his best interest to fire anybody on his legal team right now.
I was actually going to mention that maybe it had to do with money or something, because these guys have been with him for years, and then suddenly they're saying they're not doing again, and then the others are saying they were fired. So it obviously has to do with money, and for you to get good lawyers, you need to spend a lot of money.
We're speculating though, so we're just saying it might be.
So
it might be that.
It's just crazy. We just hope all is well.
I wish him the best still, and then it still stands like, if he's guilty, let's just run through what we need to do, put him in the prison for the time, let him serve his time, because he has never started serving the time, you know.
Yeah,
so this one that is doing is minus the time. You now start the time before you now.
Yeah, because he has to try his best to avoid it, but then at the end of the day, as you said, he's still going to have to face the charges, and then we will now actually get to a conclusion whether he is guilty or he's not guilty.
Then he will now start.
Let's just keep our fingers crossed and wait for him to dance to the tune of his music.
That's a very good conclusion right there.
All right. I can fly.
Is that want to fly?